John Lennon and Paul McCartney, along with George Harrison and Pete Best, had become the Beatles. They were at the top of the city's club scene, and at the suggestion of their manager, dressing for success. Then, in May 1962, a producer known for comedy records heard their demo. All the major labels had turned it down. He found it less than inspired.
And then when I met them, of course, it was a different matter altogether, because it was love at first sight. I mean, it wasn't that they were great musicians, or they're great singers, or great performers, or great songwriters. It was that they had enormous charisma, and they were the kind of people you actually felt better for being with.
Before recording their first single, Love Me Do, there was one more change, the addition of veteran Liverpudlian drummer Ringo Starr.
Love, love me do, you know I love you.
The first stuff that I heard from Paul and John was not very good. Love Me Do was the best song I could find, a kind of bluesy harmonica, which I rather liked. But for the sheer quality of songs, they weren't as good as we needed. I needed to have a song from them that was better than that.
Well, she loves you. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah. Lost your love. Well, I saw her yesterday. She's thinking of, and she told me what to say. She said she loves you, and you know that can be bad.
Once we had a #1, then that gave them the urge to do write better. Each time it got better, and it was terrific. They were all kind of a mode. They were songs designed to be quick, instant, almost forgettable, but not. But certainly able to get over to the public very, very easily and very quickly. They weren't deep songs.
In England, by the autumn of '63, they were much more than a pop group. They were now a major topic. George said later they were on the front page of everybody's lives. And so they were. You could not have a conversation in a pub or anywhere without talking about the Beatles. Life was going to be good now, because we had the Beatles. And even miserable buggers. And England has never been short of them, quite like them.
How long are you going to last? Well, you can't say, you know. You can be big-headed and say, yeah, we're going to last 10 years. But as soon as you've said that, you think, you know, we're lucky if we last 3 months, you know.
I mean, we don't know. It may be next week, it may be 2 or 3 years, but I think we'll be in the business either up there or down there for at least another 4 years.
Probably the thing that John and I will do will be write songs as we have been doing as a sort of sideline now. We'll probably develop that a bit more.
I've always fancied having a ladies' hairdresser, selling, you know, a string of them, in fact, and trot round with stripes and with tails, you know. Like a cup of tea, man.
Flying over, the Beatles were talking among themselves and thinking, talking about, well, why should America need us? Because they got all the music, we've taken their music, why should they need us? And then they saw the crowd, and they thought they thought the president or somebody must be arriving. They didn't realize that this crowd was for them. Metal railings atop the observation room seemed to bend with the weight of the crowd. Of all the kids were invited to take the day off from school by disc jockeys who made a holiday out of it. And about 3,000 were on the roof. The press is always ready to shoot somebody big, to shoot them down. and the press was ready to shoot down the Beatles.
Let the feasting begin. Unless you keep quiet, we can't even have it. We want to get a haircut at all? No. I had one yesterday.
They were so funny and so cute, and they were like the Marx Brothers. They were just really hilarious.
Why does it excite them so much? We don't know, really. If we knew, we'd form another group and be managers.
Everybody threw away his bag of vitriol, and everybody loved him, and it came out in the press that way.
It was tremendous that the Beatles broke through in America like they did. It never happened before. We'd had the odd success, single success with people, English people in America, but this was the first time that they actually breached the walls and got right through and invaded and stayed there.
The Beatles' success set the stage for a rock and roll revolution. Just as skiffle had inspired thousands of British kids to pick up guitars, the Beatles inspired a generation of Americans to form bands, including those like Bob Dylan, who had abandoned rock and roll for folk music.